Listen here, Commander, for I have a matter of great import that I should like to bring to your attention. In the realm I ruled, that rule was absolute, as was that of my vassals, women all, of course. We concerned ourselves with matters of mastery and the mind, men with all things menial, according to the natural order. On this ship, however, I find myself trapped amid so many cocks of the walk, the one more swollen with self-importance than the next, only to discover these pompous windbags actually earn more wages than Scarlet, Prospera, or I do. If anyone, it is we of the superior sex who should sooner receive more silver and gold than those of the savage variety. You'll set right this iniquity, Commander, and you'll do it now. You'd have me beg, would you? Perhaps you're one of those, petty and puny, in need of power to perform. Forget it, Commander. I won't give you this satisfaction. Run a chauvinist ship if you must, but I'll not debase myself for the likes of you. Now leave me be. Commander, or should I say chauvinist-in-chief, I am here to inform you that even though you may not value a lady's quality of life as highly as that of a man, for so you have demonstrated via the salary snub debacle, I do hope you value her life full stop. Let me explain. Rumor has it that among the dwarves a vile custom exists under the outrageously euphemistic misnomer, the long goodbye. It is whispered that when a woman sought the company of another than her husband, fat drunken swine the lot of them, he has the right to take her into the woods and leave her for the wolves to feast on. Let me tell you that I don't care the dwarves are valued allies best kept appeased. This reputed savagery must stop, and to make up for your earlier error, you'll be its undoer. Fiend! Low-bred blackguard! You would make a mockery out of murder? May hell become your home and Satan be a she. I hope you're happy, Commander. I hope you're very happy to have spoon-fed the misshapen monster misogyny by publicly refusing to overthrow the long goodbye. Things have gone from bad to worse. Brave dwarven women stood up in protest only to be apprehended. Some haven't been seen since. You are all part of it, you male monarchs. Part of the monster misogyny, small of mind and small of member, insecure and contemptible. Damned be your kind and damned be your offspring raised for repetition. Commander, a matter has arisen that impels me to seek your benevolence. Once more, a young girl is made to suffer at the hands of male overlords. It's these horrid arranged marriages. Long have they been a thorn in my side, and now one of your own counselors, that toad of a Trinculo, is giving away his daughter like she was a pretty piece of furniture to some decrepit old duke because the alliance will benefit him financially. The girl's 12, for 7's sake, and that grey goat she must marry 100 if he's a day. It's detestable. It's vile. But oh, why am I even talking to you? You're just the same. Picked the princess that sat on the biggest pot of gold and moved on. Well, I've had it. That girl stuck in your chamber is beyond saving, but Trinculo's daughter is not. Impede this wedding, Commander, right this instant. But that was different. They were boys. They couldn't wait to get their hands on their bride. Surely... Oh, fine. I admit it. I did the same. But can I not repent? Must that innocent imp maiden suffer because you, I, and every bloody nobleman out there seeks power and wealth? It is a wicked thing we do, Commander, but my hope that you would institute a departure from the old ways proved to be as vain as beauty convinced she will never wither. She's married by now, that imp girl, I mean. Married to one who can't walk without a cane or talk without dribbling. Probably not good for anything else either. There's your silver lining. While we're on the subject, a dwarven baron had the audacity to ask me whether I truly meant all that women should consent nonsense, and said he'd like to marry me, the baron and the general, because of mutual benefits. He may have been ready to go down on one knee, but my knee was quicker. So if you see a dwarf with a funny walk, that'll be him. Commander, I have conducted a couple of surprise inspections of late to see firsthand how our ground troops are conducting themselves in newly conquered territories. The result is exactly what I had expected. Atrocious. Swarms of fire-spouting locusts wouldn't do as much damage as the average cohort. They pillage left and right, and what is worse, rape every woman and girl they can get their ruttish claws on. Most officers turn a blind eye, and those that don't get transferred beyond the lines. This is nothing short of organized assault. But I took matters into my own hands, Commander. The first offenders have been court-martialed and hung for their offense. Touched one last time by angel lust, then limp and lethargic forever. You would forbid me to punish rapists and let them renew their ravaging of helpless women? 7, curse your soul, Commander. Why do we fight to avert the coming of hell when it is we who drag hell in our wake? Commander, I cannot let this matter rest. If you won't do anything about the excesses perpetrated by our soldiers, then I insist you lift the ban on hobweed. Many of the women who survive our army's passing are left with a constant reminder of their defilement when months later a child is born. We can spare them the pain of remembrance and the worry of having another mouth to feed by allowing them to chew hobweed and thus undo the damage wrought by the savages that beset them. May sound cynical. Your conditionals have all the certainty of night after day. This is your grand design, is it? Rape begets triumph? I spit on your crown. The crown of a bastard in every sense of the word. There he is. Commander Violate for Victory himself. You haven't even a modicum of respect for women, do you? How I pity your queen and every female in your kingdom. To allow soldiers to abuse, to encourage it even, so that one day you'll have fresh armies. I detest that I have no choice but to remain on the Raven. Each king is a cancer upon his realm. Your decisions please the undead, Commander. The undead. If that is not proof enough you have been led far, far astray, I don't know what is. A word, Commander, if you please. I have made an assessment of my time aboard the Raven, and you should hear it. You know my background. You know I used to be a queen in my own right, and that under my rule, women held sway. In a male-dominated world, I have tried to champion their rights, but on the whole have found in you the obstacle I knew you would be. The chauvinist swine your father was before you. Bastards all. So conquer Rivellon as quickly as you can, so that my duty to the Empire will have been fulfilled, and I need no longer spend an instant in your company. We are through, you and I. If even a dragon cannot see past the prejudices of his sex, I am without hope indeed. Let the dawn of our parting come quickly. A castle I shall purchase and tend to the villages around it. From there on out, the education of women will prosper. Through spreading ripples will I rally our rights.